Hi and welcome to another Clarke auction preview. This time it's this Sunday, June the 17th, starting at 11 a.m. Previews 2 days prior. We have a paella of stuff this time. Wonderful, wonderful items. But before I get into all the antiques and furniture, just let me remind you we have a 1929 Pierce Arrow from the collection of the esteemed collector Robert Blakeman, Valley Stream, Long Island. A beautiful car, brand, the engine is new, everything is great. It will be here for previews from Thursday. We also have a 2000 Mercedes 320 CLK with only 31,000 original miles. One lady owner from Jersey, runs great, that'll be in the sale also. Anyway, keep an eye on the site, you'll see some videos coming up on that. So let's move on to this sale. Okay, on the used furniture level or antique level, we have this wonderful serpentine front antique chest. This came way up out of Connecticut, a beautiful patina, nice period chest. We have from a New York City estate. We have this wonderful, probably newer, but all signed Knoll, but look at the great colors on that. 2 tones of green, good for my Irish customers. 6 chairs on the table, all one lot, all signed Knoll, estimated 1,000 to 15. Atop that is this wonderful sort of Murano glass architectural or artistical piece here. Came from Mamaroneck down on the water. And just came in yesterday, not even on the site yet. There's a pair of Midcentury chairs, probably by Milo Bauman, nice and chrome. Could do it a bit of upholstering. Of note in the sale, and Nelia will get into big detail, we have the estate of an artist called Abraham Tobias, a wonderful artist who was famous for murals on walls. Everything went into museums and institutions because he didn't really want to sell it, but we have his estate here and it's absolutely wonderful stuff. Look at the size of this one. He was responsible for sculpted frames. Anyway, I'll let Nelia deal with all that. We have lots of Chinese Art Deco carpets. I've noted this nice one here in the sale, I think one of about 4. And here, really beautiful, great decorative looking pair of chagrin 3-drawer chests. I'll point out another table inside when we get in there, which is a nice round one. Okay, in the main room, look at this. My goodness, we're so loaded, I think we've forgotten to lot half of it. So be watching our site. There's going to be lots of lots of sale. Okay, on the musical side of things, we have this wonderful, look at the size, this beautiful gilt Lion and Healy harp. This came from a local estate. I believe we also have a French horn by a guy called Gerber that's getting a lot of interest online and on the phones. Okay, on the smalls, let me see, we have some wonderful, we have Meissen porcelain figures. I had these down as Meissen monkeys, but I looked closer and found they're dogs. Looks like a Meissen mark to me, but we're calling it Old Paris. We have Lalique France glass. We have a nice collection of bronzes in this sale. These are by an artist called sculptor called Tom Painter. Nice little collection, all one lot. I believe this is a bronze by Adolf Jan. Below here we have more mid-century, I believe by Gross. This is actually particularly nice. This came from Manhattan. I don't break everything getting it out of there. Sort of nearly like a Zuniga, but it's monogrammed. Go on the size, nice patina, Native American figure. Moving along, we have this large Vinini handkerchief vase. Little dog form perfume bottle. I won't go near the Asian stuff because Senko will do her own thing tomorrow. And here, as a result of a bad bidder in the last sale, the guy went crazy bidding on this Armorial Capodimonte. We knew at the time it was strange with all the bidding, but he reneged on it. We will put his name up on the site. We have lots of clocks in the sale. We have Le Coulter. We have Boule, and here below we have a nice collection. These came from a long way up in Connecticut. Collection of classical bronzes. All different lots. Go on the site and you'll see them. As we're moving along, you'll notice we have lots of carpets in the sale, as we always have. This is a very nice table, nice lines on it, nice cone form base. It's travertine, mid-century. Sitting on top of it, probably a Carl Springer snakeskin and a shagreen tray. Moving along, more classical bronzes. We have a pair of these commodes. Beautiful serpentine front with nice little brass twirly gigs on them. We have mid-century sofas. We have a nice pair of Cassina signed Corbusier armchairs over there. And here, look at this beautiful table and chairs. This, I believe, is by Stendig. Nice leather and chrome chairs, and the center pedestals, which are chrome, have nice leather tops on them. That's 6 chairs and a table. This more contemporary, came from New York City, just came in a couple of days ago. Nice leather top, patinated metal. And as always, we have a nice selection of used furniture. Nice pair of Italian marble top. I suppose you'd call them Egyptian revival type commodes. We have a pair of those. We have a Victorian barrel top secretary. Used to be the bee's knees in its day. It might be just the bees now and no knees. Here we have, I actually like this a lot. This is a, whoop, that's a tin drawer. Look at that. Okay, this is actually a partner's desk. Opens up on both sides. Nice, all original, nice 19th century British or English desk. I like the patina and the leather. Some people like to change it. We have lots of handheld lamps to the sale. This is one. This is a beautiful old handheld lamp. Unfortunately, it's as is, but it was reverse painted, but I believe it's only estimated 200 to 300, probably just for the base, but nice big shade. Moving right along, we have little settees. This nice Charles Ames, Herman Miller Charles Ames chair. Not overly old, but nice patina on it, nice soft leather. Over here, back to the leaded glass lamp. These are wonderful. We have two handheld lamps here. This beautiful table lamp here, beautiful patina, nice condition. Then this little lamp here. And below it, Maitland Smith, I believe, mahogany leather top not tree as we'd say in Ireland, a 3-tier dumbwaiter. Here we have a beautiful hunt table, nice size. I actually like these tables here, very, very useful. Don't like to be knocking them down, but look at that nice long size. We have a nice 19th century marble top Louis XV style parquetry and marquetry inlaid commode. We have a pair of these Victorian side locks. Unusual to have a pair, but we do, and they're a nice big size so you can stash all your clobber in there. We have a pair of these Venetian style mirrors. And from a Brooklyn estate, we have a lot of great French furniture. Look at these chairs here. Look at the bronze work on these. I'll lift them up to you, Steve. Nice paw feet, nice heavy bronze work, beautiful patina, nice quality bronze. We have a set of 4 of these. Down-filled, beautiful needlepoint upholstery. We have this large Murano chandelier. Has lots of these shades. These shades are in the showcase, but it's a big one, a wide one, whenever the shades are on it. More Chinese carpets. Here we have, for the people who like their baker furniture, but actually exceptionally nice set of 8 baker chairs. I believe 1, 2, 3, yeah, 8. And the table is made by Kindle, but we're selling it as a group. 8 chairs on the table, seeing as the brown wood isn't exactly hopping at the moment. Here we have this wonderful French finely carved armoire with the doves on the top. We had it in the last sale at a high estimate. This time it's here to go. It's going to sell unreserved. We assumed it was going to do great guns last time, but unfortunately it didn't. It fell into that old brown wood thing again. We have pairs of mirrors. We have more leaded glass lamps here. This is actually a pretty rare handheld lantern here. I believe it's called a palm lantern. Looks like it's in wonderful shape, great patina from the same estate. Here is sort of a more modern chandelier, but great quality, nice lead work on it. We have Maitland Smith dumb waiters. There's the other side lock. We have this mirror over here is by Baker. Wonderful quality with the beveling, nice big size with the carved crown. We have Continental parquetry inlaid items. Over here we have a pair of Stickley Audi Morris chairs and ottomans. And here on top this Art Nouveau table, look at the size of this. This is a bronze grouping of putti, musical putti no less, by a guy I believe by the name of Aristide Petrilli. This came from the Brooklyn estate, wonderful big size. Haven't got my glasses, but that's who it's by. And speaking of the Stickley, let's just go into this room quickly so as I can show you this monster piece of Stickley that we have. This has to be 10 foot wide, as big as you could get. Probably get a whole family into this if you empty out the drawers. Just like in the Seinfeld movie. Anyway, it's Stickley Audi, very large piece. Here more of that French furniture, bronze mounted bed. Look at beautiful walnut, look at the grain in that. Beautiful bronze work. We have the armoire. We have end tables. Some contemporary modern furniture came in during the week. This set, if you look it up online, you'll see the name of it, but this is like a, nearly like a plastic or acrylic top. We have the chair that goes with it. Chrome table. This, I believe, is by Kindle. It's a, once again, mahogany, but beautiful bronze mounted, nice quality. Okay, back in the main room, we're coming on to the finishing stretch. We have this bamboo table, I believe by Wyatt. We have in the center of the room, we have Victorian tables. We have mid-century sofas. We've a pair of these wonderful, look at the leather on these, beautifully soft, you know, sort of AIM style chairs and ottomans, real comfortable, nice to have them in white. We've a pair of wonderful sofas, a pair of these sofas, I forget who they're by, but if you look on the side, they are a name. Still, hopefully I'll remember before we finish. We have a nice pair of 19th century, we have a nice little parlour set, 19th century, finely carved giltwood parlour set. Here's the other pair of these French end tables from Brooklyn. Nice with the, like a humidor with the marble insert and one drawer on top. Nice bomb. Over here, before we get to the end, we have a pair of these. These are Leon Rosen for Pace. Quite desirable chairs, they need reupholstering. Nice 19th century French outdoor set. Nice with the little branches on it. Here, just came in yesterday. I don't even know if we have a photo up online. A beautiful chagrin table. Looks like it has maybe a palisander base, but really nice color, nice quality, nice size. In the smalls, we have lots of Yadros. We have lots of course, Chinese porcelains with Senko, our new Asian appraiser we'll look into. We have a large collection of Heron. A lot of interest in this already. This came from Bedford, New York. I'm not big on the old guns, but we have a large selection of guns. Look at this shotgun. So go on the site and you see we have rifles, shotguns, pistols. We have lots more bronzes and art and all the appraisals. We'll get to that tomorrow and I hope to see them. Remember the Pierce Arrow will be in on Thursday if anyone wants to view it earlier. Thank you and see you at previews, which are Friday and Saturday, noon to 6 p.m. Thank you.
Welcome to our June 17th Fine Art Preview. This month we're excited to offer the estate of Abraham Joel Tobias at auction for the first time. We have approximately 80 works in the sale, including original large-scale shaped canvases. We have mural studies, charcoal drawings, maquettes. So there's a lot to look at and we'll show you as we walk around the gallery. Here we have one of his large-scale shaped works. This was done in the 1930s, and he was the pioneer of shaped canvases. Often Frank Stella is credited with this, but these go back as early to 1933. And in 1935, there was an exhibition of his sculptural paintings at Delphonic Studios in New York. So this is one of those early pieces. We have a few others in the gallery. I'll also show you a small maquette over here. This is a maquette for his sculptural work. A nice abstract piece also done in the 1930s. This is a mixed media, so we have casein as well as collage and metal aspects to it, signed and dated on the right. And I want to show you the back of the work because it's a fantastic piece in the round. So we can see the carving on the back as well. So he really was an avant-garde artist. We'll show you more of his pieces as we move along. Up above it, we'll take it to a different artist. Here we have a work by an Indian artist, Jamini Roy. Roy was classically trained. He was doing classical nudes in the Western style, but he moved on in the middle of the 20th century to look to traditional folk art painting in India as an homage to his culture and tradition. So here we have very simple form and line, but really fine intentional lines. So we have a mother and child, sign down in the lower right, insignia up in the upper right. This work actually traded at Christie's in 2014 and sold for just under $14,000. It's from a local New York estate in storage. Next, I'd like to show you a work by an abstract expressionist. This is by Leonard Nelson. Nelson was part of the New York School artists in the 1940s. In the 1950s, he moved to Philadelphia after he started creating more gestural works, almost in a color field tradition. This one, too, you can see almost has a figurative quality. We can start seeing form, indication of form here. Sign down in the lower right corner. This comes out of a Somers, New York estate and is being offered at a $2,000 to $3,000 estimate. Now let's keep walking across here. I'd like to show you this one. This I'm very excited about. This is a work by Judith Sapine. Judith Sapine is a Brooklyn-based street artist and actually a male artist who used his mother's name as an alias when he was working on the street doing wheat paste collages on the building facades. He hung a 50-foot work off of the Manhattan Bridge in 2007, another large work off the Williamsburg Bridge in 2009. So he goes under his mother's name, but here we have a layered paper cutout collage with resin and acrylic. This is called Keep the White in My Eyes. It was done in, I believe, 2012. I'll show you another work by the artist in just a moment. Now, from the same collection as the Jiminy Roy, we have another Indian work. Up here is a work by B. Prabha. Prabha was a female artist, and when she started painting in India, there were very few professional female painters. She developed a modernist style, and she focused mostly on female life. And what was most interesting about her focus is that at this time, women were very much oppressed. So her success in her lifetime is made even more remarkable by this. So here we have these elongated, elegant figures adorned with jewelry. Signed in the lower right, this was done in 1968. There's a Pundal Art Gallery label on the back of the work. This painting also traded previously. This was at Sotheby's, I think in 2009, and sold for about $50,000. So we're offering it here with a $10,000 to $15,000 estimate. Another work by an Indian artist, Sunil Das. This is from the same collection. You can look for details in our catalog. And also while we're here, I'll just show you, this is another Abraham Tobias maquette. This one a figural work, also from the 1930s. I'll show you a few more as we walk around. And just quickly, I'd like to show you the other Judith Sapine. This is from the same collection, also in downtown Manhattan. And this one is called Nephews. So again, we have a wheat paste collage on board with acrylic, the artist's signature fluorescent colors and the faces of the boys and the lips. So really fun, almost surreal works, figurative works, biomorphic forms. These are each estimated at $4,000 to $6,000. Now, as we walk across, I'll point out a couple more Tobias pieces, two smaller maquettes here. We have Maternity, a beautiful, really fine quality charcoal work on a stand, and another shaped caisson work. And up above we have a charcoal study. This is a larger scale charcoal already framed. This does have an ACA gallery label on the back, also from the 1930s or so. Now I'd like to show you a work by Walter Henry Williams. Walter Henry Williams is an African-American artist. He's Brooklyn born. And most of his work focuses on children, nature, landscape, and often bright colors, very simple forms. So here, an unusual work because we have a gold leaf background, which really makes the figure stand out in the foreground, but we still have the use of the butterfly and the sun incorporating nature. Williams in the 1950s or so moved to Mexico, studied in Mexico, and escaped the racial divide he was feeling in this country, eventually settled in Copenhagen also to escape racial prejudice, though he did do a series of work that focus on racial injustices in life in the South in the mid-20th century. This painting is out of a local estate and actually was in a collection in Harlem at one point and is offered at an $800 to $1,200 estimate. Now we'll just look at three more really fine works by Tobias. And he was a mural painter primarily. So a lot of these are actually caisson on paper, caisson on board mural studies. But you can see the really fine quality here that the caisson medium allowed for. These hard edges, a fantastic draftsman and figure painter, really fine details. This one here is called The Dance. One of my favorite pieces. You can just see how well executed that is. I think it was a study for an Adelphi University mural. So there's more we'll look at as we move along. Now I'll show you a piece that came in on a walk-in Wednesday. Up top is an oil on canvas by Charles Hofbauer. Hofbauer was a French-born artist, and he became an American citizen later on. He's known for his historical paintings and murals, but also for his New York Impressionist street scenes. But what we have here is actually a Paris street scene. And what's even more unusual about this is the aerial perspective that we have. So in the foreground, we have figures dancing. This is Bastille Day, a Bastille Day celebration. So we have figures dancing, we have flags waving, the procession on the right, and he leads us all the way back into the painting to the Eiffel Tower at the top of the viewpoint there. So a really fantastic work. This is estimated at $4,000 to $6,000. And down below, we have a French work from the early 20th century. This is by Jacques Martin Ferrier, and it's a Macedonia market scene. Really bright colors. I think it's just a wonderful, bustling scene. And this, you can see the figures in traditional Macedonian garb, heavily adorned, fantastic colors here. Bright painting, happy painting. This is accompanied by a certificate of authenticity and the receipt as well from 1972, and it's being offered at a $3,000 to $5,000 estimate. Next to it is a small work. This is out of a Manhattan estate. And this is a painting by Kenneth Stubbs. Stubbs was influenced by the Cubist and Modernist artists in the 19-teens. So by the 1920s, he really started painting in a Cubist style. So we can see these hard edges, we can see the multiple viewpoints and perspective in this painting. And this was probably a Provincetown scene. He was associated with Provincetown and also the Washington, D.C. area. Fewer than 20 works have been up for auction in the last 25 years, making this a rare piece, and it's being offered at a $1,000 to $1,500 estimate. On this wall behind me, we have several more shaped canvases or sculptural paintings by Abraham Joel Tobias. We're very happy to offer these. We have this wonderful man and universe and a nice industrial work up at the top as well. Another one focusing on laborers. He was very much painting the American experience in the 1930s. Tobias believed in public art, which is why we don't see his work offered at auction. During his lifetime, he never wanted his paintings to be in private collections. He was primarily a muralist and made a modest living that way, although he did live in a small apartment in Rego Park, Queens, where all of these were held in storage until we removed them just over a month ago. So these are being offered for the very, very first time. So we're hoping that we do well by the artist and his legacy. From a local collection, we have a work by the American artist Robert Philip. Philip was, of course, influenced by the Impressionist artists painting in the 20th century, and often his paintings feature young women in cafes, by the seaside, in conversation. This is a wonderful example of his work. It's called Friends, and we have not just a nice figure painting with the blue-eyed girl with her outward expression, but we have wonderful still life aspects as well. We have the flowers in the vase with fruit. We have a painting in the background, the cup of tea, and the book. So a nice painting. This is being offered at a $2,500 to $3,500 estimate. And if you just follow me, we'll move along here. We'll show you some more of the Tobias works. These are charcoal studies. The first is a study for dance, which I pointed out to you on that first wall. It was a small little case, and again, I think it was for an Adelphi College mural, but you can just see the quality here in execution, the wonderful use of light and form, those hard edge lines again. So really a fantastic draftsman. And down below we have a hand study as well. And to the right, we have one called Coney Island. This was done in 1929, and some of these were exhibited at the ACA Gallery at one point in time. And we have a few more works here. This one, a caisson also on a board. This was done in 1960, actually. It was also a mural study called Student and Teacher. You can see a wonderful, again, portrait study up above. And this one, an unusual work that actually focuses on World War II and the Holocaust and the oppression of the Jews. So a very heavy and dark image, but again, the colors in it are fantastic, the expressive forms, just wonderful. The top portion does remove from the base if the base is too much. This was done in 1945. Next, I'd like to show you a watercolor on paper by Jean Dufy. The French post-impressionist artist or expressionist artist, and this is called Au bord de la Seine, and it's a wonderful view of the Seine River in Paris. You can see these expressive, quick lines that the artist is known for. Watercolor on paper. This has been authenticated by Mr. Jacques Bailey and will be included in the forthcoming catalog raisonné, and it's being offered at a $3,000 to $5,000 estimate. Now I'd like to show you a work by the op artist Richard Anuskowitz. Anuskowitz was known for his vibrant colors, his geometric forms, and of course op art paintings. This is an acrylic on handmade paper, which is an unusual medium for the artist. It was done in 1981, and it's marked BAT for a Bonnetière edition. And unfortunately, we do have a few little areas of condition issues, a few bites taken out here. So it does need a little bit of restoration. We hope a good paper restorer will attend to this because it's a fantastic work, though delicate, so it does need a frame as well. This is being offered at a $3,000 to $5,000 estimate. As we wrap up today, I want to show you two more of these sculptural paintings by Tobias. You can see the scale of these standing next to me. We have larger than life-size female forms, again in their shaped canvases with metal frames. So let's take a look at that one, and let's move over here. This one does have a mate, another female form gazing upwards. Again, large scale works. So as I mentioned, there are, I think, over 80 works. There are 50 plus lots of Tobias paintings. So please take a close look at our catalog for the remainder of those items and for the over 130 lots of fine art we have coming up. We hope to see you at our preview this weekend and the sale on Sunday. Thanks for watching.
Hi, and I'd like to present you with a grouping of jewelry and silver for our June 17th auction. Starting here, we have a grouping of 12 demi-tassed sterling cups and saucers with the Lenox liners, and they are Tiffany & Company, estimated at $800 to $1,200. From one of our Walk-in Wednesday appraisal days, this beautiful Mexican sterling water pitcher. Nice design here. I love the lobed features and the design to the pedestal base, all marked on the interior of the base. 3 trays together out of a Meriden, Connecticut estate. This one is my favorite by far. Tiffany & Company, beautiful faceted triangular form, footed, ribbed tray, and the oval tray with open work handles. Also from Meriden, Connecticut, we have this partial Francis I flatware service. Nice service. All of the pieces and weights, measurements, etc. are available on our website, estimated at $600 to $900. 2 pieces of American silver here. We have this beautiful Your silver mounted aesthetic movement with the griffin form to the spout, dolphin form to the handle, pedestal base, and then this nice sterling flask with the genre scene of a pub or a bar scene. Mexican sterling grouping, beautiful pedestal bowl, open work design to the base, and then this small sterling bowl with the enamel work with the roosters fighting, all marked on the back, Mexican sterling. Oops, sorry about that. Again, out of our Meriden, Connecticut estate. Tiffany and Gorham demi-task cups. So very heavy, they are missing the liners, but they are estimated at $800 to $1,000. And moving on to our grouping of Judaica, we have 2 separate lots of these Torah crowns. Beautiful design. They do have an inscription here, Mr. and Mrs. Charles, Illinois, and that is marked on each of these pieces. They are from the same estate, and this is a monumental Torah crown. Beautiful bells, foliate design. We have the bird finials, again with the same inscription here, if you can just get a close-up of that. And he was affiliated with Coney Island. So each are separate groupings. Again, from the same estate, we have this Torah shield. Really nice condition with all the applied features here. This little door actually opens. So really quite nice with a gold wash to some of the pieces here. 4-piece American silver tea service out of a local estate. Nice at $600 to $900. And this is an interesting flatware service. It actually just came in yesterday. It's not even up on our website yet. International sterling, but it was designed by Earl Pardon, who's a well-known jewelry designer who also dabbled in silver, and this was purchased by the consignor provenance in the 1950s at George Jensen, altogether at $400 to $600. And here we have an important Baltimore Silver Company, heavily repoussé tea service. Beautiful, beautiful. You're not going to see better repoussé work than this. And this service is actually pre-Stife. So this was before it turned into Stife. It was the Baltimore Silver Company. 5 pieces, tea, coffee, creamer, sugar, and waste vessel. All together 1 lot. Beautiful service out of Bedford Hills. Same estate, this really nice basket. Open work, reticulated design with grape leaf motif. Estimated at $500 to $700. Oval tray with the beautiful border here, floral decoration from the same estate, estimated at $500 to $700. Out of a Larchmont estate, we have this Durham sterling tray, beautiful condition, nice decoration to the handles, nice condition, fully marked on the back. And that's up on June 17th. Moving on to our jewelry, we'll start here with a piece of coral. Out of our Meriden, Connecticut estate, beautifully carved coral figural grouping of a man and woman on boat. You can see how beautifully striated the coral is, really quite nice. And even on the bottom, if you just take a look at this is just wonderful. It really shows how it was just all carved from one coral branch. This is estimated at $1,000 to $1,500. All of the photographs on our website are done in natural light to give you a very nice depiction of the beautiful coloring in this. Another grouping of coral, these 3 coral strands out of a Vero Beach, Florida estate, estimated at $500 to $700. A DuPont pen with diamond inlaid piece here. 18 karat yellow gold nib in this nice fitted case, estimated at $300 to $500. Out of a local estate, perfect for summer, is this pair of Tagliamante 18 karat gold and blue cameo glass earrings, starfish design, really nice at $200 to $300. Pair of Victorian 14 karat gold enamel and pearl bracelets. They are slide bracelets, so they're adjustable in size and length. Really quite nice at $1,500 to $2,500. David Yurman 18 karat gold bracelet, so his usual cable form with citrine cabochons and sapphire accents. 18 karat Italian yellow gold necklace here, beautiful chain, beautiful knot here with the ball finials or terminals, really quite nice at $600 to $900. 14 karat gold with ruby and diamond floral brooch. We have 2 pairs of Victorian earrings, some tassel designs, pearl and enamel decoration, both together at $400 to $600. Another 14 karat yellow gold brooch with sapphires and diamonds. Assorted earring grouping, 14 karat gold. These are Tiffany style. And then we have 14 karat gold with the turquoise diamond and sapphires. Little ladies 14 karat gold hunter case pocket watch with the crescent moon and star. And here, actually, this hasn't even been inventoried yet. It just came in this morning. Quite beautiful. Tanzanite flanked by graduated diamonds. Beautiful, just designed to this ring, estimated at $600 to $900. Pair of Edwardian 14 karat gold silver topped earrings with the old mine cut diamonds and pearls, estimated $800 to $1,000. Skipping back to a piece of silver, we have this pair of sterling Tiffany tongs. And this is a Myers retro or vintage 14 karat rose gold watch with channel set rubies and diamonds. Small Italian 18 karat gold and enamel and diamond. This is signed, but I was not able to work out who the maker is. So that is out there at $300 to $500. Men's watch grouping. We have a Jubilee watch. This is I'm sorry about that, Ternomatic. And then this is the really nice one here. So this is the Coultra. Look this watch up. It's quite desirable. It's stainless, but it's a handsome watch. All together at $600 to $900. 14 karat gold Tiffany grouping. So we have the orchid brooch and this pair of ear clips or earrings. Really wonderful turn of the century French diamond and silvered gold 18 karat gold bracelet. Hinged bracelet, beautiful work, open work design, $2,000 to $3,000. 14 karat gold grouping, so we have this wonderful Tahitian or black pearl, round brilliant cut diamond on this twisted silk and 14 karat gold mounted necklace, and then a 14 karat gold lavender jade and diamond ring, together at $400 to $600. English 15 karat gold Essex crystal or reverse painted crystal of a cat. Beautiful detailing. It actually just looks like my cat I had when growing up. His name was Cuckoo. But this brooch is estimated at $600 to $900, and it's really a beautiful depiction of a cat with a little bell collar. From one of our Walk-in Wednesday appraisal days, we have these 2 Maharaja or Rajasthani miniature portraits. Beautiful turquoise frame to this and a silver frame, both together at $400 to $600. And here we have a nice watch. Let's see if I can open it here for you. Of course it won't be easy. Vacheron Constantin 18 karat gold pocket watch. You can see the inscriptions. Here's the movement. So really quite nice at $1,000 to $1,500 with a key. This brooch by Consigner Provence was in the Tiffany's window in the 1950s, and she waited until it was put onto the store shelf to purchase it. So it's 18 karat gold, vintage Tiffany with turquoise cabochons, beautiful at $1,000 to $1,500. And here's another coral grouping. So we have Victorian carved coral, a pair of 14 karat gold coral and diamond earrings, a little Victorian 14 karat gold and carved coral brooch, and a nice sterling ring with the marcasite surround. Another Etruscan Revival brooch, 18 karat gold with diamonds and enamel work, really beautiful, from the same estate as our French bracelet. And again, a grouping of Tiffany, the suite together, 18 karat gold with rubies. So beautifully articulated bracelet with the matched earrings. Cartier style 18 karat gold ring with the round brilliant cut diamonds. Really, it's beautiful. You can just see how the diamonds are wonderful quality. Estimated at $1,000 to $1,500. And here we have a pair of Ettore Sottsass, who is one of the founders of the Memphis group, and this is the typical Memphis style. So these are Ettore Sottsass for the Swid Powell. Estimated at $600 to $900 for the two. And here we have out of a Scarsdale estate is this 4-piece important early American John Seymour tea service. It was actually ex-Sotheby's, so here is the catalog page from their early important Americana sale in 1996. And it did go up with a $6,000 to $8,000 estimate, and all the details are on our website. A beautiful service at $3,000 to $5,000. And actually just in yesterday is this wonderful large service of Mappin & Webb Athenian pattern. $3,000 to $5,000. You can see all the pieces there. This was actually our consigner's grandmother, so it was an important service in her family. So you can see all the pieces here. The key to this chest itself is here. All the pieces. Take a look at the pattern here. Really a nice clean design, clean lines to the handles. A beautiful piece, and this is out of a Hudson estate. Just picked it up yesterday, so it's not even on our website. But that is a sampling of what we have for our June 17th auction, and we hope to see you there.